Hey guys, welcome to Maxwell's YouTube channel. So today we are going to be dealing with quadratic equation. So let's dive in. A quadratic equation is an equation that has the highest power of 2. And a quadratic equation always takes this general form: ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So once you've known that a quadratic equation should take this general form, then you have to know that there are methods of getting the roots of a quadratic equation. Or we can say that there are methods of solving a quadratic equation. The first method is factorization method. The second method is completing the square method. The third method is the use of quadratic formula. The fourth method is the use of calculator method. But for the aim of this tutorial, we are going to be using the quadratic formula in solving a quadratic equation. What is the quadratic formula? The quadratic formula is given by this: x is equals to minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So you will see that we have three variables here, which are a, b, and c. What does they represent? A simply represents the coefficient of x squared. B represent the coefficient of x, while C represent the constant number. So let's solve this example. The question is: solve x squared plus 4x minus 21 equals 0 using the quadratic formula. Let's do this, guys. So since we already know that if you want to use the quadratic formula, write solution, let us write out the formula. The formula is written as x equals minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So once we've written the formula, we have to, from the question, identify our a, b, and c. Do not forget that a simply represents the coefficient of x squared. What is the coefficient of x squared here? This is 1. This simply means that a equals 1. The coefficient of x squared is a, and that is what? 1. B represents the coefficient of 4x. So the coefficient of this x rather is what? Plus 4. So our b equals to plus 4. And the c represents the constant number. The constant number here is minus 21. So our c is equals to minus 21. So therefore, guys, we can substitute all these parameters into this formula. Then our equation will turn to minus, our b is 4, right? Minus 4 plus or minus square root b squared. That is minus 4 squared minus 4ac. 4 times a is 1 and c is minus 21 all over 2a. That is 2 times 1. So after we substituted all the parameters into this formula, then we are going to see that the x would equals to, if we should multiply everything here together, minus 4 squared is 16, minus 4 times minus 21, that is minus 84. And this will give us what? Sorry, that will be plus 84. So addition of everything under the square root will give us 100. So this returns to minus 4 plus or minus square root 100 over 2. So therefore, guys, what is square root 100? That is 10. So therefore, our x can equals to minus 4 plus or minus 10 over 2. So whenever we have minus 4 plus or minus 10 over 2, this simply means that we are going to do it as x equals minus 4 plus 10 over 2, or x equals minus 4 minus 10 over 2. So this is what plus or minus means. So guys, what is minus 4 plus 10? That is 6. So 6 divided by 2, then the first value of x equals to 3. So the second one is minus 4 minus 10. What is minus 4 minus 10? That is minus 14. So minus 14 divided by 2, that is 7. So x is also equals to 7. This is x1, this is x2. So that is how to use a quadratic formula in solving your equation. So guys, listen. Whenever you have a quadratic equation, you must get two values. So the number, whenever you are solving an equation, the number of values you are going to get depends on the what? On the highest power. If the highest power in this equation is 2, then you must get 2 value for x. If the highest power is 3, you must get 3 value for x. If the highest power is 4, you must get 4 value. Do you get that? So guys, after we've talked about a quadratic equation, we are going to be talking about a bi-quadratic equation. A bi-quadratic equation is an equation that takes this general form: ax raised to power 4 plus bx squared plus c is equal to 0. The highest power will be 4, followed by the smallest. The highest power will be 4, followed by 2, then followed by 0. So this is the general form of a bi-quadratic equation. How do we solve a bi-quadratic equation? We usually solve a bi-quadratic equation, but before I explain how we solve a bi-quadratic equation, you will see that in the last video, I told you that the highest power of x will determine the number of roots or the number of values you are going to get for x. So if the highest power of x is 2, you are going to get 2 value for x in that equation. If the highest power is 3, you are going to get 3 value for x in that equation. While if the highest power is 4, this simply means we have to get the 4 values for x in this equation. Let's look at how to do this. So the method of doing this is by converting this type of equation where the highest power is 4, followed by 2, followed by 0, is by converting it into a quadratic form. How are you going to do that? So the example we are going to use is solve x raised to power 4 minus 13x squared plus 36 equals 0. So you will just write solution. So you know this is the question. Write the question out again, which is x raised to power 4 minus 13x squared plus 36 equals 0. Once you've done this, you will just remember an indices law. Sorry guys. So you will just remember an indices law, which says that this x raised to power 4 can be written as x squared all raised to power 2 minus 13x squared plus 36 equals 0. So according to this indices law, if you have something like x raised to power 4, you can explain it like this. So once you've written it like this, the next thing you're going to do is just say let x raised to power 2 equals to any number. Let me use p. So therefore this expression is going to turn to p squared minus 13p plus 36 equals 0. So once you've done this, the next thing I'm going to do now is that we are going to solve this one quadratically. Solve quadratically. So guys, if you should solve this one quadratically, we are going to get 2 values for p, which will be 9 and what? 4. So if you solve this quadratically, we are going to get 2 values for p, which will be p is equals to 9, p is equals to 4. But guys, don't forget that what we are looking for is x. So once we've gotten the value of p, we will then say therefore x squared is equals to p. So if p is equals to 9, therefore x squared is equals to 9, then x, this square will come to the other side, is going to turn to root 9. Then x will be equals to plus or minus 3. So the square root of 9 will be plus or minus 3. So therefore also x squared is equals to p. So if p is equals to 4, then x squared is equals to 4. Because p is 4, so x squared will not be equals to 4. Then x will be equals to root 4. So our x for root 4 will also be what? Plus or minus 2. So don't forget that I told you that the highest power is 4, so you must guess 4 value. So therefore, the 4 values of this equation, x1 will be equals to 3, x2 will be equals to minus 3, x3 will be equals to plus 2, y x4 will be equals to minus 2. So thank you guys for watching. So in our next tutorial video, we are going to be talking about what? Simultaneous equation and polynomial. Thank you.